One thumbnail change took my video from 1,000 views to over 50,000 views in just 48 hours. That's the power of a great thumbnail. It can literally make or break your entire YouTube strategy. But here's the problem. Hiring a professional thumbnail designer costs anywhere from $30 to $50 per thumbnail. If you're posting daily, that's over $1,500 a month just on thumbnails. That's insane, right? So I decided to test every major AI thumbnail generator on the market to see if any of them could actually replace expensive designers. I'm talking ChatGPT, vidIQ, Pixels, Thumbnail AI, and Canva, 5 tools that promise to revolutionize how we create thumbnails. I spent 2 weeks testing each one, trying to recreate thumbnails inspired by top YouTubers and seeing which tool could actually deliver professional results. And honestly, the results shocked me. One clear winner emerged, but some of these tools were complete disasters. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which AI thumbnail generator is worth your money and which ones you should avoid at all costs. Before we dive into the tools, let's talk about why this matters. Your thumbnail is literally the first thing people see when they're scrolling through YouTube. It's your movie poster, your book cover, your storefront window. YouTube themselves have said that 90% of the best performing videos have custom thumbnails. Think about that, 9 out of 10 top videos aren't using those auto-generated screenshot thumbnails. They're investing in custom design. But here's what most creators don't realize. It's not just about making something pretty. A great thumbnail needs to capture facial expressions that create emotion, use colors that pop on mobile screens, include text that's readable at tiny sizes, and most importantly, it needs to look like you if you're building a personal brand. That last point is crucial, and where most AI tools completely fail, let's see which ones actually get it right. Here's how I tested each tool fairly. I gave them all the same challenges. First, I tried to recreate my own face consistently across multiple thumbnails. This is huge for personal branding. If viewers can't recognize you, you're losing that trust and familiarity factor. Second, I tested them with popular YouTube thumbnail styles. You know, the shocked expression with arrows pointing at something, the before and after comparison explaining, the versus battle thumbnail. These are proven formats that work. Can you edit the thumbnail after it's generated? Can you add your own elements? How much control do you actually have? And finally, I compared pricing because let's be real, if it costs more than hiring a designer, what's the point? I also paid attention to technical stuff like proper 16:9 aspect ratios for YouTube and image quality that won't look pixelated when compressed. Tool number 1, ChatGPT. Let's start with ChatGPT since everyone has access to it. You can describe what you want and it'll generate thumbnails that aren't terrible. But here are the problems. First, it absolutely refuses to create accurate facial likenesses. I get why they're worried about deepfakes and impersonation understanding, but for YouTubers trying to build personal brands, this is a deal breaker. Tool number 2, vidIQ. Unfortunately, this was probably my biggest disappointment. The thumbnail quality was inconsistent at best and often completely unusable. I'm talking about wonky facial features, weird proportions, and sometimes images that just looked broken. It felt like they added thumbnail generation as an afterthought to their main SEO features, which makes sense. They're amazing at what they do best, but thumbnail creation clearly isn't their strength. The facial consistency was terrible. Every thumbnail looked like a different person, which completely defeats the purpose of building a recognizable brand. Here's the thing though, vidIQ is still essential for YouTube success, just not for thumbnails firm. Stick with their SEO features and use a different tool for thumbnail creation. Sometimes the best companies know their lane and should stay in it. Tool number 3, Pixels. And now we get to Pixels. And honestly, this is where everything changed. From the moment I started using it, I could tell this was built specifically for YouTube thumbnails by people who actually understand the platform. First major advantage, the persona training feature. You can upload 10 to 15 photos of yourself and Pixels learns your facial features, expressions, and even your style. This means every thumbnail actually looks like you consistently. This is exactly what ChatGPT can't do and what vidIQ completely fails at confident. But here's where it gets gets even better, the style training. You can actually train it on other YouTube channels' thumbnail styles. Want that Mr. Beast energy? That Emma Chamberlain aesthetic? Pixels can learn and replicate those styles while keeping your face consistent. The editing capabilities blew my mind. Shocked, but happy. After generating a thumbnail, you can directly edit elements explaining. I generated a thumbnail with a skull, then told it to make the skull golden. Boom, instantly updated. Try doing that with ChatGPT. The quality is consistently professional, proper 16:9 ratios, mobile optimized text, colors that pop, facial expressions that actually convey emotion. These look like thumbnails from channels with millions of subscribers, and the customization options are incredible. Want to change the background? Easy. Adjust facial expressions? Done. Add or remove elements? No problem. Tool number 4, thumbnail.ai. Thumbnail AI had some potential, but it fell into similar traps as ChatGPT. The facial consistency was hit or miss, and while some thumbnails looked decent, others were completely off-brand. The interface was clean and easy to use, but without the persona training that Pixels offers, I couldn't get that consistent personal branding I needed. For generic thumbnails, it might work, but for building a recognizable YouTube presence, it's just not there yet. Tool number 5, Canva. I love Canva for general design work, but for AI thumbnail generation, it's just not competitive. It's more of a manual design tool with some AI features thrown in. The AI elements are basic. The customization for thumbnails specifically is limited, and it doesn't understand YouTube thumbnail psychology the way specialized tools do. Canva is great if you want to manually design thumbnails using templates. Okay, but if you're looking for true AI generation that can scale and maintain consistency, it's not the right tool. It's like bringing a screwdriver to a construction site, useful, but not for this job. Let's talk money, because this matters. Professional thumbnail designers charge $30 to $50 per thumbnail. If you're posting daily, that's $900 to $1,500 per month. Pixels offers 150 thumbnails per month for $40. Impressed. That's 26 cents per thumbnail versus $40 from a designer. The math is crazy. You can generate 5 months thumbnail in just $40. ChatGPT Plus is $20 monthly, but with the limitations we discussed, you're not getting professional results. Neutral. vidIQ's thumbnail feature comes with their higher tier plans, but honestly, even if it were free, quality issues make it unusable for serious creators. The value proposition is clear. Pixels gives you professional quality thumbnails at a fraction of traditional costs with the speed and consistency that manual design can't match. After 2 weeks of intensive testing, Pixels is the undisputed winner, and it's not even close. Here's why: facial consistency through persona training, style learning from successful channels, direct editing capabilities, proper YouTube optimization, professional image quality, and pricing that actually makes sense. But beyond the features, it's clear that Pixels was built by people who understand YouTube. They get that thumbnails aren't just pretty pictures, they're marketing tools that need to work specifically on this platform. The other tools feel like general AI image generators trying to do thumbnails. Pixels feels like a thumbnail generator that happens to use AI confident. That difference matters. Since switching to Pixels 3 months ago, my average click-through rate has increased by 40%. That's not just better thumbnails, that's more views, more subscribers, and ultimately more revenue. If you're serious about growing your YouTube channel, stop wasting money on expensive designers or settling for mediocre AI tools. The link to Pixels is in my description below. That's the exact tool I use for every thumbnail on this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.